We recorded at exactly the same time.
Thank you for joining us.
Did anyone need to get a drink or anything though?
I got my margarita. I'm good.
Y'all started
Michael?
at the exact second.
I'm good.
Holy hell.
Jim? Yeah, Jim.
Jim's eating his vegan Taco Bell.
Sorry. What's up?
Did you
Hey,
get a drink?
everybody! Ranting Media.
Oh, he's got to get the taco out of his mouth. Give him a minute.
I'm sorry. That's exactly what I was doing.
Oh.
You know what's funny? Jim got Taco Bell and I'm having tacos.
Dude, not even joking. I just had fresh made carne asada tacos that Morgan made.
Ooh,
You just had to put in that fresh made that your wife made.
Yeah, fucking hell yeah. I'm one up in your ass. You know,
Yeah, well, you know what? So did I, bitch.
Jim,
Actually,
I love
it's
that you
not
put
carne
this...
asada, but it's pulled pork. It's a pulled beef roast.
I love that you put this ending at midnight.
Oh, I don't know, man. I honestly I didn't even mess with
you
that.
can have fun at midnight. I'll be asleep.
I was about to say, I was like, if this lasts until midnight, we got a real problem.
First off, I'll be gone because my ass needs some sleep because I gotta be up at 3:00 tonight.
What?
I have work, fool.
You're talking about
yeah,
tomorrow.
but that early?
Yeah,
Fuck that, dude.
I don't disagree.
All right, well, thank you all for joining us. This is Christmas Film Fight Night, Rant On Edition 2020 something or other like that. I don't know, 2026. We're almost at the end of this year.
Excellent.
Why did you sound like Jeff Goldblum just now?
I'm trying to think. Is he in any of the Christmas? No, he's not. All right.
Yeah,
I got
Jurassic
boy,
Park
do I
Christmas
got a
special.
list. Boy, do I got a list.
Jim, he's in the Jurassic Park Christmas special.
Just
Jurassic Park Christmas special.
Yeah, you don't know about that?
No, I did not know about that.
It's an animated short.
Oh,
I think
okay.
he's full of shit.
Official? Is it official?
No, fucking bullshit.
All right. I mean, we all know that the best Christmas movie is the Star Wars Holiday Special. So
The new one that just
Life
came out for
Day.
Disney
I'm gonna
Plus.
have to kindly ask you to fuck off.
It's
Okay,
not even
first off,
ironically
look,
good. Like that's the thing. Like even for me, it's not even ironically good.
But it's got Boba
It's not,
Fett
no,
in
you
it.
don't. No, you don't pick anything that's ironically good. You pick shit that people will fucking disagree with, and you're like, no, this is better.
No. I pick
No.
genuinely good movies that your level of intelligence can't understand.
Well, you say genuinely
Oh.
good, but Jingle All the Way was not
you have a
genuinely
history of
good.
Not being
Okay.
Don't blow the lead. Don't blow the lead. All right.
Okay, first off, and let's be serious here. Star Wars Christmas special, okay. The better one is clearly the Star Trek Christmas special.
Oh my god. Are you just making shit up now?
No,
I did watch the new Star Wars Christmas special.
That was amazing.
They have a new one.
Yeah,
Yes, they do.
it's
I had no
but it's
idea.
Lego edition.
It's
Well, then
amazing,
that's probably pretty good.
but it's amazing.
They do
The
time
Lego
travel and
movies
shit.
genuinely, yeah, they generally are pretty good.
The
Yes,
time travel aspect was nice.
Ray and Luke banged in the back of the
No,
X-Wing.
don't make it weird, David.
But how is that weird?
You know David always makes it weird.
Well, hold on. Let me. How is that any less weird than him making out with his sister?
Because we didn't know it was his sister at the time.
Yeah,
It doesn't change things.
yes it does.
Wow.
Yes it does.
Yes, it does.
Okay,
Listen,
whatever.
Just kind of a side note to all of that. George Lucas is like, yo, Leia is your sister. He wrote that in like the third movie. He didn't know. He was just like, yes, what an interesting twist. And someone went up to him and was like, hey, remember how you had her kiss him in the second movie? And he was like, they won't care. It was Star Wars. Yeah, no one will care.
It's only one of two women in the entire galaxy.
Space incest.
So who cares?
Who cares? Bang, bang.
Did you say bang bang?
Yeah, I did. Well, I said bang, bang.
I thought you said Big Bang.
So anyways, we're trying to end 2020 on a positive note by fighting over the best Christmas movie, because why the fuck not? This actually started in our Slack thread the other day, mainly because I watched Jingle All the Way, the Arnold Schwarzenegger
The goat.
film.
The goat.
And I was talking to Julie about it, and I said, yeah, this is like Jim's favorite Christmas movie. This is before we watched it. I was like, Let's give it a chance. We'll see what happens,
Let's-
boy.
Did
Wait,
you
wait, wait.
fuck up?
Is this the Julia that you have been neglecting this weekend?
Yes,
Ooh.
yes. I'm sorry. Way to call me out, Michael. Jesus.
I don't know what's happening.
It's gonna be forever on the internet. Thank you, Michael.
You're welcome.
Gonna edit this out.
I'll bring it
Timestamp,
up later.
Jim.
Wow, we already started.
Timestamp 8:06 p.m. Please scrub this out.
Not from the live version.
Oh, I'll make it happen.
All 3 people heard that, guys. All 3 people.
Two of which are Todd.
Todd is thrown in his vote as the year without a Santa Claus, the Rankin Bass animated movie. I've never seen it.
I didn't even hear about it until literally when he said it.
I've seen it on ABC
That's-
Family every once in a while.
Like a classic.
Yeah, it
that's-
is a
That
classic.
to me is better
Okay,
than the
okay,
Rudolph.
hold up. Let's define classic here and now.
It's
Because
not
here's the
old.
thing. Here's the thing. People's definition of classic in this group is clearly different than what I expected. So
So look, hold on.
Let's-
A classic we can all agree is the Peanuts Christmas special.
I can
Okay.
agree with that. I
Yeah,
can agree
that's-
with
I
that.
can agree with
common
that.
grounds. I like it.
I can agree with that.
A
Okay.
Christmas Story, you may not like it, but it's definitely a classic movie.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I would have liked A Christmas Story if I'd seen it as a child.
Not
I
24
never
hours
saw it.
on TBS.
A
See, I never
Wonderful
saw
Life.
it.
I never
until I
saw
was
it as a
little
child.
older.
I didn't see it
Yeah.
until I was like 24, 25, and I was like, this movie's not impressive.
No, it's
So-
not.
Boring.
It's
Wonderful
so
Life
long.
is a classic, even though it is considered very long and boring by many.
Agree. I can agree with that too.
A
Which one was
Wonderful
that?
Life. A Wonderful Life.
Wonderful. Oh yes.
Clarence!
Clarence,
Clarence, you
I wanna
got
live
your
again.
wings, Clarence.
I want to live again.
Oh, Clarence.
Does this have anything to do with Ghost Dad?
Oh my god, I love Ghost Dad. That
Never
movie's
seen
terrible. I
that.
mean, we can't like anything Bill Cosby anymore for reasons, but that movie is the best. That is the best Bill Cosby movie.
Oh wow.
All right. So we've kind of established kind of the classics thing here. So, Jim, I would like you to
Oh,
start
you're gonna
this
hear
off.
me throw out the term classic on some fucking gyms here in a minute.
Yeah, I want to just kind of see like what your barometer is for classic.
I mean, do you want me to go? I mean, I have a list. I have a list of the 5 best, but I've also got 2 honorable mentions.
Jesus, I didn't prepare a list. I'm
Oh, I
just doing this off
prepared
the
a
cuff.
lot.
I got a couple.
Let me refer to
Not
my
list.
notes here.
Do you want me to go first?
Sure.
All right. I'm going to give my honorable mentions first, okay? The first one is the 2015 classic starring Adam Scott and Toni Collette and Dave Koechner. Any ideas of
I
what
have
movie
an
I'm
Krampus.
issue
referring
with
to?
one thing you just said.
Classic.
Krampus.
It's Krampus.
You
Krampus.
said
Krampus?
2015 and classic in the same sentence.
That was
I
less than
did.
5 years ago.
I mean, what
Well,
does
but
classic
okay,
mean?
okay. But that's what I'm trying to say. Like, do we have an expiration date as to what could be considered a
I would
classic?
Yeah,
say-
before 2000.
I would say before 2000. Like 2000 is the absolute.
No,
I mean, for
No,
people
I
our age
disagree.
group, I would
Yes.
absolutely say before 2000. If you
But
were
what
15
about-
years old, I could see
Maybe
something
50,
from
let's
like
say
the
2005.
2010s or from like 2010 being classic.
That's the
if
thing.
you're
It's all
15 years old.
relative. It's all
So
relative.
what about Elf?
Yes, but we're all within like 6
Elf
years of
is
each other.
shit.
Elf isn't a classic. Elf is a staple.
I think Elf
Christmas
is.
movie.
I think Elf is
that
a
is
cult.
the shittiest
I think-
movie.
Well, you're wrong, but I think Elf is a cult classic. I think, and that's
It's a
what
cult
Absolutely a
classic,
cult
yes.
Yeah, it's a
classic.
cult
and that's
classic,
what
not a
I'm getting
classic.
at. And that's you guys know me. You guys know my taste. The movies that I'm gonna read off, 2 of them are one of them will be universally loved as a classic. I know you guys will all love my number 2 of all time. Okay, but they're
I'm
all of
gonna
these.
guess on this one. I
No,
already
that's
guessed
fine.
for that one.
That's fine,
Oh,
and
you
then we'll
want me
see
to
if
say
you're
it now,
right.
or do you
We'll
want
see
to
if you're-
wait?
No, I'm gonna go through my list. So
Okay.
Krampus.
I'm gonna
Uh,
say National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation is on that list.
Okay, so we'll go through my list then. So honorable mentions, Krampus from 2015. If you don't know it, it's an absolutely insane practical effect horror Christmas movie with, again, if you've never seen it, at least watch the opening. It's basically like, I think it's Nat King Cole's like Christmas, classic Christmas song playing, while slow motion people beat the fucking shit out of each other like during a Black Friday. or something. It is one of the greatest openings to any movie of all time. It's absolutely brutal. It's hilarious. Adam Scott is awesome in it. Oh, it's so good. I'm gonna definitely watch. I need to watch it sometime before Christmas hits for sure. And my other honorable mention, and this is how much of a classic it is. You can watch the whole thing on YouTube for free, and it is called Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. And
Dear Lord.
it's exactly how it sounds. It's basic. It's from 1964. And it basically is just an extremely low budget, movie made on a classic soundstage. It's super corny. It's got a 25%.
It's
Metacritic.
got a 2.7 rating on IMDb.
As I say, I think IMDb has it at like 2.7, 2.8. It's super cheesy and fun, and if you do like those sorts of movies to watch with friends and just make silly comments about, it's one of the best. I'm pretty sure they have a Mystery Science Theater 3000 of it. But it is, in my opinion, an absolute cult classic. So on to my list. Number 5. I think this movie is a classic, and I think if you've seen it, you probably would agree. And that's Scrooged, starring Bill Murray.
That was a good movie.
No.
I haven't.
I saw it a
actually
long
seen
time
that.
ago.
I haven't seen it.
I've never
man.
seen it. Is it a Christmas movie or?
Yeah, 100%
It is
a Christmas movie.
Okay.
I wouldn't even rate it on my that's not a movie I would see every year. That's not something I have to see because it's a holiday. So I can't say it's a classic for me.
Personally, I prefer the Flintstones retelling of A Christmas Carol, but to each their own.
Go ahead, Jim.
No. It's like, yeah, Scrooge rules. It's Bill Murray at his peak. It came out, I think, in
1988 was Garfield. Okay.
Oh God.
Okay.
So now we
So
know
just
David
for
has
that,
no taste
User
in
was
movies.
moved out of your channel.
Oh God. He's gonna come back and scream.
User in your channel
I
is
was
recording.
kidding.
Wow. Did I
Garfield.
fucking call it or what?
All right. So Scrooge, that'd be my number 5. If you haven't seen it, it's basically a modern in 1988 retelling of the classic Charles Dickens Christmas Carol, but in a hilarious, Bill Murray way. So great film in my opinion. One of the better ones out there. The next one, I had a movie in this slot. I think I'm actually going to replace it kind of on a whim. I was going to say Black Christmas from 1974. It's a horror film. It actually is considered one of the very first slasher movies ever made, and it's a Canadian movie. And so, great movie. You should watch it. We'll say that as an honorable mention. But I'm actually going to put The Muppet Christmas Carol here. And
nothing wrong with that.
No, it is my favorite iteration of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. I know it's kind of the same subject matter, but I think the Muppets did it best. There are hilarious characters. It's cutesy, but it's also horrifying in some parts. But it's Michael Caine as Ebenezer Scrooge is fantastic. Classic all the way. I wouldn't even say cult classic. That is a classic. Moving on from there, and I know somebody's going to talk about Die Hard, so I'm not going to talk about Die Hard. Die Hard's a great movie. It is what it is. But when I think of movies that are like that, but also associated with Christmas movies, I think of Batman Returns.
Oh!
And
that is fantastic.
Batman Returns, Batman Returns is my favorite Batman movie. It is my favorite Batman video game. And it is one of the best Christmas movies of all time. The darkest it is if they made a Batman horror movie. Michael Keaton is great as Batman. Selena Kyle is hot as shit and great as Catwoman, or what's her name, Michelle Pfeiffer. And Danny DeVito plays, in my opinion, the best Batman villain that has ever been portrayed outside of animated series Joker, and that is his iteration of the Penguin. Set around Christmas time, has a lot to do with Christmas, is absolutely a terrifying glimpse into that universe. Absolutely love it. One of the best. Would watch that anytime it comes on.
It definitely showcases Tim Burton as one of
that is Tim Burton's greatest movie in my opinion.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
I applaud you, Jim. That was an excellent addition to your
I
list.
appreciate that. I appreciate
All right,
that.
keep going.
Number 2. This was the movie that I think everybody will be talking about, so I won't spend that much time on. That is Christmas Vacation. So David did call it, yeah. It's nobody doesn't like Christmas Vacation. I've never met somebody who like watches that movie and is like, fuck this movie. This movie sucks. Like, it has so many quotable moments and so many processes that are still talked about, not only within my family, but my in-laws, but friends. And I mean, would anybody disagree that it's not an absolute must-watch every year classic?
No, I wouldn't disagree.
Oh,
I would 100%
absolutely.
agree.
It's National Lampoon.
Oh, hang on, Jeff.
Jeff
here's
was
the
the
thing.
one who I
Oh,
figured
hell.
would say something.
No.
Hey.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna just point out that I don't have a list of like I have to watch this every single Christmas.
Yeah.
You're a Scrooge.
No, I'm not.
No,
I
he's
just
not.
don't.
He just...
I just don't like. I like Christmas movies. I just don't like watching the same ones every year because I feel like there's others that could be watched that'll be a new experience. Like, let's be honest, A Christmas Carol told however many ways it's been told is still a Christmas Carol at its core. You kind of know what's going to happen at the end of it.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, they're all Christmas. Yeah, to be fair, you could say that with about 90% of all movies.
Not to mention, you could probably watch a different version of A Christmas Carol every year for 20 years and not watch the same one twice.
Right.
That's
Because
kind of my point.
It's been done so many times.
That's kind of my point, though. Like, I like watching new things that I haven't before I watched classic movies again and again and again.
Okay,
So-
well, hold on. So here's my big issue with that premise.
Okay, I don't know why you have such an issue with it.
Well, no, it's because you can't sit there and say that you want to watch new things because there literally hasn't been a new Christmas movie in decades.
That's
The
not
last-
true at all.
Hold on.
That's not true at all.
The last newest, and decades actually works with
Look
this.
at Hallmark
Elf.
Channel right now.
Hold on. Elf is the newest.
Bullshit.
No, hold on. The reason why I'm saying that is because every single one of these movies kind of starts the same and ends the same. And they've been doing it for decades.
Talk about Hallmark and their Christmas movie specials.
Right. All Hallmark movies are the same.
I
I'm
agree
so
with you. I
sad.
agree with you.
Oh,
Well,
my
we're not.
family is shit. Oh, hold on. I'm not as lonely as I thought I was. Oh, this is a great world.
No,
That is
no.
every Hallmark
White
movie.
people Christmas.
No, you got it wrong. You got it
really?
wrong.
Really?
It's
Was that
the
Lifetime?
girl-
I got confused.
no. It's the girl moves back to her hometown
Yep.
after losing her job in the big city. She's trying to get back on her feet. She's not looking for love because she's trying to get her career back.
But I think she's
But
gonna find
love
it.
finds her.
But she finds a local guy who's just very hunky at the local tree farm, and he wanted
Who's
to
like
know it.
who's like a
There's some-
fucking squirrel trainer or some
Yeah.
bullshit.
There's some chemistry there, but she can't. She's like, no, I can't do that right now. I need to get back on my feet.
But she
And
can
then-
do it later.
And then there's a Christmas miracle. They see each other under some mistletoe, and all of a sudden they're like, you know what? Let's go fuck behind the bushes real quick.
Whoa, that's not Hallmark. That's
I know,
Cinemax.
Oh,
it's
it's
But it's
implied.
implied.
First off, it's the Hallmark gift card store. That's where that happens. Not behind some random bush. Do you know how annoying cranberries are up your ass?
Could you imagine, like, they hire a new director? It's like, all right, so I want to go in a different direction. They go, whoa, different direction. Like, yeah, I want it to be like where she doesn't fall in love at the end. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out right now. It's just, yeah, I agree. It's the same tired formula every single time. But I don't know.
All right, I'll continue.
Anyways,
What's number one?
Also, I'm gonna before I get to my number one. I want to talk about the best television episode that's Christmas related.
Oh no.
And
The
that
Scrubs
is the
Christmas
It's Always
episode.
Sunny in Philadelphia Christmas episode.
Oh, okay.
It fucking rules. It's hilarious. It involves Santa basically biting the jugular out of a mall Santa Claus. If you're a fan of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, you've definitely watched it. But it is, in my opinion, the greatest episode of Christmas TV of all time. Better than a lot of the Office episodes that are Christmas that are even, my second choice. But yeah, the It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia Christmas special, hello Barnaby, is the absolute best Christmas episode of any TV show. And then I want to talk about a Christmas movie that I fucking hate. And that is A Nightmare Before Christmas.
Okay, first off, that is not
Okay.
a Christmas movie.
Yes, it
Wait,
is.
I
No,
think
it's not. No,
I
it's
think
not.
that movie belongs in a category of Christmas movies that are not about Christmas, like
Oh.
Die Hard, that are Christmas adjacent.
Alternative Christmas.
No.
First
you know,
off,
Jim,
first
what's
off, hold
No,
on.
no. Hold up. First off,
It is a Christmas
Die
movie.
Hard. The only reason it is considered a Christmas movie,
Mhm.
only reason,
It's because
happens
Christmas
to
was
take
going
place on
on.
Christmas
It's the
Day.
same thing as
Bam,
Batman
yes,
Returns.
right.
It's the same thing as Batman Returns.
However,
Nightmare Before Christmas.
they didn't just happen to film it on Christmas Day and there were Christmas trees
Well,
on the
sure.
sets. Like, it was part of the story, so it clearly makes it a Christmas
But
movie.
it was barely. But it
That's
could
why I'm
have
saying
been.
it needs to be a Christmas adjacent
But Nightmare
movie.
Before Christmas, it's Halloween Town, obviously, but it's Christmas time and they want to celebrate Christmas. That's a Christmas movie. It's a dog shit Christmas movie that only appeals to people who fucking
They want to be
live-
dark. I'm
No,
dark.
hold
I have
up.
personality.
I know why this is hurting David or
I mean,
Jim so much.
It's so that
I
they
know
can
why.
sell.
Because
it's so
I
they can
worked at
sell
fucking Hot
merchandise at
Topic.
Hot Topic.
Yeah,
I worked
he
at
worked
Hot
at Hot
Topic.
Topic. He was like, "You goddamn plebs."
Not only that, but I worked at Hot Topic in like 2006.
Like at the
Oh.
height of
Well,
Nightmare
so-
Before Christmas.
Because all Hot Topic is now is fucking anime and fucking Funko Pops. But
Fuck
when I
yeah.
worked at Hot Topic, it was like the mall goth kid store.
Oh man.
It was where you went to get the edgy T-shirts and the fucking pants and the gauntlets and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, I had all of that shit. But at the same time, in 2006, I was definitely beyond that. But that store and my first girlfriend I ever had ruined. Nightmare Before Christmas. Fucking hate that try hard bullshit of a movie. I'm over it. I don't need to ever see it again. I'm done with it. It doesn't exist in my opinion.
Todd said, "What's wrong with anime, bitch?"
There's nothing wrong with anime. I'm just saying that's all they sell now is anime and Funko Pops.
Anime and Funko Pops. What's wrong with Funko Pops?
He's saying that.
I'm
that,
surprised Funko Pops haven't died yet.
Dude, they've come.
Look at their San Diego Comic-Con presence. It's fucking
oh my
nuts.
god, no!
Yeah.
That
Those are
documentary
not
on
gonna
Netflix
die.
is real.
Bro.
I-
Not even joking. There's like Funko Pops that are getting sold for $20 retail price that are selling in the secondhand market for over $80.
Yeah,
I was
but, like-
I was gonna try and collect all of the Office Funko Pops.
Oh,
Impossible.
There
It's
is
fucking
no,
impossible.
It's not because there's a girl at my job that has them.
Well,
No,
man,
no.
well then she doesn't mind paying a pretty penny for those
Yeah.
because they're some of them
They're-
like Golden Face Jim. That's like $200.
Yeah, that guy's.
No.
funny.
No. I'm talking
I have
about
Facebook,
like
Jim.
the base cast.
I have Facebook Jim
No,
too.
Yeah.
we're talking.
No,
we're
I have
talking
very
We're
about
talking
the
about the
collection.
base cast. I'm talking about the variants within the base cast.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Right.
talking about. They don't have the variants. They have
that's
just the
the
base
issue.
I
cast.
have
Kevin
That's the
Davis.
issue
Oh,
with
I
Funko
have the
Pops,
base
too.
cast. I have the base cast. That's not a problem.
You
I'm
have
looking
the
at a
Kevin
Jim and
Chili?
Pam right now. All right. So, Jeff didn't bury the lead. The greatest, not Jim's favorite, the fucking greatest Christmas movie of all time is Jingle All the Way. Where else can you get Arnold Schwarzenegger just as an American dad, but still has the accent, living in Minnesota, a high-end mattress salesman, slamming mattresses left and right throughout the Minneapolis metropolis, and needs to get that hot toy, that Turbo Man, for his kid, who doesn't end up getting it. I'll spoil it right now. Does not get
How
the toy.
dare you?
And then it made him turn into fucking Darth Vader. And then he ended up beating the shit out of his girlfriend and is in jail right now.
Yeah, so why is that
that
the
kid's a
greatest
piece of
Christmas
shit.
movie at all time if it fucked the kid up so bad?
I don't think that fucked the kid up. I mean, that guy says that Star Wars fucked his life up.
I'm sure.
No, this movie is a terrible fucking movie, but it is so much fun. The fact that Arnold Schwarzenegger fights the Big Show wearing a fucking Santa costume. It's Jim Belushi killing it in it. It's got Sinbad at the top of this game.
Sinbad.
It is just
Oh.
a Jim movie. It is a tradition in my very small family that I must watch Jingle All the Way while we decorate Christmas tree. We've
That
done it already.
poor abused dog.
Oh my
It
god!
was
Not my, are you
so
talking about my
bad.
wife or the dog?
It was
No, the
so
dog.
bad though.
Your wife
It's-
can walk away.
It is so much fun to me. It's so much fun to me. It's just I don't know if it's more nostalgia based because I've loved this movie for forever, but I still genuinely, not out of nostalgia or irony or anything, I genuinely enjoy watching this movie. This year I don't know why I've never done this, but I was like, hey babe, if I get a Turbo Man doll, can I use it as a Christmas decoration? She's like, I don't care. I was literally just was like, I'll go buy a Turbo Man doll. You know how
Good
much
luck
Turbo
with
Man
that.
dolls run
Good luck with
online?
that. Yeah,
They're
Like
expensive
multiple
shit.
hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, there's a fucking reason.
Is there
why
one
you
on
don't see
Etsy
them.
maybe?
I'm sure that exists, but I wanted like a legit one. Even getting one out of the box, just the Turbo Man itself, it costs you about $200. So I was prepared to spend like 50.
Listen, that was a hard
Okay.
movie to watch. It was very hard to watch.
And I get it if you're just watching it now, like for the first time. I get it. You're especially if you're watching it with 2020 eyes where you've been hardened and you're just pissed at the world and everything sucks. Like, yeah, this movie's not going to be that much fun.
Do you know how many times I wanted Schwarzenegger just to fucking deck Sinbad in the face?
I mean, he punches a fucking reindeer in the face.
He does.
He also throws a
That's
little
better.
person
And
across
I'm a
the
fucking
room.
vegan, and
Listen,
I'm calling for the $5.
Listen, that was probably the best part of the movie.
He gets a fucking reindeer drunk. Like,
Yes.
Oh yeah.
That was the best part of the movie.
And
I was
before
just like, you know what?
before Phil Hartman's coked out wife shot him in the face, that was his last role.
Yeah. Phil Hartman is a fucking pervert, dude. He was just like, oh,
But he's so good at
yes.
it. He's so good at it.
And that's Tom Hanks's wife, dude.
That is Tom Hanks's wife. Recent COVID survivor Tom Hanks and his wife.
Oh
My God.
What I was gonna say something. Oh damn. Did you ever watch, speaking of Phil Hartman, did you ever watch News Radio?
Yes.
I love that show. Before fucking John Lovitz, I hate John Lovitz. He's the same character. He's the same character in that and on that show than he was in the movie.
So,
By the way, did you ever see Jingle All the Way 2?
oh, fuck. Dude,
Starring
don't,
Larry the
don't.
goddamn cable guy and like Paige.
I
Don't.
think so, yeah.
Paige from
Oh,
the
God.
WWE and porn. No, I've never have and I never will.
No.
So, I've been reading the comments here. Jason says he watched it for the first time the other night. He really liked it. I'm sorry, Jason, but you're wrong.
Is
No,
Jason's
Jason,
amazing.
you're
We
right.
love you,
You are
Jason.
right, sir.
I know.
Todd mentioned the Santa Claus. That's actually one of my... Okay, I'm going to point this out. The first Santa Claus movie
Yes.
is one of my classics.
Yeah. But
The
Agreed.
second and
Agreed.
third one...
Agreed.
Yeah.
The second and third one could fuck right off
Yeah. Yeah.
because those were stupid.
Yes.
They were terrible, yes.
The first one, it's Tim Allen, wonderful in it.
I love Tim Allen.
I did want to point out that, and I understand this isn't a recent thing. If you want to see a really good like interpretation of like the Santa story, like how Santa came to be, Klaus on Netflix. It's an animated movie, very well done. I definitely encourage you to check that one out if you're wanting like a Santa Claus origin story. There's also Santa Claus the movie from the 1980s, which I don't know if any of you have actually seen.
Nope.
Nope.
If you want to see John Lithgow like super fucking young and as a villain, that's the movie to watch. And I didn't even watch that until the 90s. That was like my brother's favorite Christmas movie. He was huge into that movie.
Which movie?
The Santa Claus the movie.
The Tim Allen one?
No, it's literally called Santa Claus the movie.
Never heard of it.
Tim Allen's is the Santa Claus.
Yes. The
Like
Santa
legal
Claus.
like legal clause type
I gotcha.
thing. I don't know. I also, a lot of people gave this a lot of grief but the Polar Express was pretty good for me.
I enjoy the Polar Express.
Would you quit
Um,
naming movies on my goddamn list?
I'm
No.
sorry.
I fucking love the Polar Express.
Yeah,
It's a
It's-
fantastic kids Christmas movie.
It is.
I-
I enjoy it for what it is. It's not like a movie that I sit down and watch and get all like wrapped up in.
Oh, I do.
It's something that makes excellent background stuff on Christmas Day.
Also,
Yeah.
the music, the score, the
Ooh,
soundtrack.
yes.
The music of Polar
Oh,
Express is excellent.
it's
yes.
so. That's what draws me into it because it's so freaking good. It's so
it's
nice.
funny
Oh my
because
God.
like the guy who did the music is Alan Silvestri, and he did the Back to the Future theme way back in the day.
That's why I like it.
He like fucking retired, and he's like, you know what? Let me come back with like a great score.
Oh,
In
did
fucking
he?
2003, Polar Express manages
Fuck that
to do
movie.
it.
Horrifying.
What?
The Polar Express?
That animation
on.
creeps me out, man.
Okay. You're saying it's creepy, but the soundtrack, the audio,
I
the
prefer
score
the
of it.
animation of Polar Express to any claymation.
I prefer
period,
the
the
animation
end.
of Polar
Oh,
Express
that's-
compared
that's
to
creepy
Nightmare
to
Before
me.
Christmas.
I can't stand claymation.
I do
like
not like
claymation.
Nightmare Before Christmas. Like now, granted, Todd did say, he said The Year Without Santa Claus. Now that claymation I have seen, and I don't mind. But
It's Rankin
like,
and Bass. That's what other movies look like.
Well, hold on, Michael. Are you talking about like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer
Yes.
claymation?
I'm talking
What
about
about-
that's
that. I'm
Rankin and
talking about
Bass.
Tim Burton.
What about
Tim Burton. You're talking about
um,
Tim Burton. Tim Burton's his own thing, and this is what I've said from day
But
one.
I don't like any claymation.
You don't like Kubo and the Two Strings, or
I
never
love
watched
Kubo, Jeff. Oh, I love that movie.
I didn't watch
That's one of my
it
favorite
because
movies,
it's
man.
claymation.
oh, I think you're doing yourself a disservice, man.
What do you
I
think about
probably am.
Fantastic Mr. Fox?
Never seen it.
Oh,
Oh, I didn't like it.
Guess
I didn't
why?
like that animation.
Oh,
That animation style was
I
Hi.
love-
I'm jumping in. How dare you, Michael?
Todd
How
Mack.
dare you? There's a nasty delay on the Facebook while I'm working, but all those Rankin Bass movies are amazing. Every single one of them.
Agreed.
I don't have a problem with the movies outside
What
of the
what
fact
is it
they're
about the claymation that bothers you?
It's all I can focus on.
But
But that's kind of the point.
I
It's
mean,
the art
it's
style.
claymation.
Right, but I can't enjoy
How
the
is that-
movie for what it is because I'm
Oh.
too focused on all the work that went into it.
But the songs.
Can't even
Is
What
it
about,
a,
like,
but do
hands-on
you have
animation?
respect for it? Is that
I have a tremendous amount of respect for the amount of work that goes into it.
uh,
I can't watch it.
So did you ever watch Gumby or anything like that?
Oh, I love
No.
that movie.
Oh wow,
I never watched Gumby.
Michael, what hurt you?
Do you wait?
I
So,
like claymation.
so do you hate
Yeah.
claymation or do you hate stop motion? Do you like Robot Chicken?
Robot
I love
Chicken's
Robot
not
Chicken.
Robot
I
Chicken's
am
not bad.
James
So it's
Gordon.
literally the clay part that throws you off.
Well, there's a lot of Robot Chicken that's not claymation. It's
Right,
It's
that's why I'm-
that's
why I'm
stop-
asking.
it's- There's a difference between claymation and stop motion.
Right, that's why
Right.
I was trying to differentiate there.
Well,
Yeah.
South Park.
I mean,
is
I
stop
guess it
motion.
is. I
The
guess
Not
original
anymore.
South Park.
I
the
guess it is.
original.
Yeah,
just
South
the
Park hasn't
clay.
been stop motion in like a couple decades now.
But they still do that same art style.
Well, sure, but it's not true stop motion.
No, I'm not debating that. I'm just saying
Yeah.
the first season for sure was
Oh.
stop motion.
It's
My-
cardboard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse. Did you watch that?
I did.
Did you like that?
I enjoyed the hell out of Into the
It's the only
Spider-Verse.
Spider-Man
So-
movie I've ever liked.
So that animation didn't bother you at all?
It was
The
a
half
little.
frame?
It was a little bit jarring,
Yeah.
I can see why.
but
I guess I should watch that movie.
it
Oh
was
my
It's a
God,
good.
so
It's a
good.
good
it was
Spider-Man.
it was something that I was able to get past and enjoy the hell out of the movie.
That is probably you know what, I'll just say right now, that's probably my favorite Spider-Man movie that's ever been released.
I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, I'm with you on this.
Nah,
one.
Spider-Man 3.
Having not seen
Shut
it,
up, Kevin.
having not seen it, Homecoming
You know,
is
for
my
that
top.
Oh,
Kevin-
Homecoming.
User was moved out of your channel.
Oh my God,
David.
Kevin.
Damn.
User in your channel is recording.
No, it's David.
I know it was David.
Well,
Yeah,
I literally
Homecoming.
said that.
Not to deviate from the Christmas spirit here, but Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man movie, have you guys been keeping up with that?
They brought back Kristen Dunst and Tobey
Oh,
Maguire and
I've heard
Andrew
a lot of stuff
Garfield
about it.
and whatever that.
That
guy's
actually
name
is
that's
super
playing Doc
intriguing
Ock.
to me.
Who's Doc Ock? What's his name again?
Alfred.
Molina.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. And then they also brought in Ghetto Daredevil.
Charlie
Ben
Cross
Affleck?
or no Charlie
Yeah,
Cross
Charlie
or
Cox.
whatever his
Charlie
name is.
Cox. Yeah.
Cox. Sorry, my bad.
I'm extremely interested to see how that movie's gonna pan out. Cause
They have to be doing some sort of Spider-Verse thing.
well,
yeah.
multiverse, right?
Yeah.
So, it was alluded to in Far From Home.
Was
right.
it?
For
Yeah.
somebody, I'm so neutral on Spider-Man. Like I don't care about him whatsoever.
Have you
like
have you seen the Tom Holland ones?
Not the newest one, but I saw the first one, Homecoming. It was okay.
Homecoming and Far From Home.
Oh, are you saying it was alluded to because
At
of
the
the
end?
guy who said he was from another universe, but was it?
Yeah, so like it was alluded to in that regard, but also like Doctor Strange is going to be there, so there's going to be multiverse stuff happening.
Because his
I don't
movie
know.
is called like Multiverse of Madness
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. The other thing I wanted to also note is that there was 52 projects announced by Disney the other day.
Oh God.
That Homer Simpson
52.
that Homer Simpson sketch was top notch.
Yes, it
So
was.
there's a couple of things that doesn't surprise me about that. I knew Ahsoka was going to happen. That was a given as soon as Rosario Dawson.
I was annoyed by that announcement.
They
I'm
would
not-
not
I'm
have
not
brought on such a big name for her if they weren't going to do a spinoff.
Right.
I was annoyed by
I
that,
was
though.
expecting a High Republic series just because that's where Star Wars is going currently with a lot of their extended universe.
Yep.
So High Republic doesn't surprise me.
What is Rangers?
That Rangers essentially is like
Is it Power
they're
Rangers?
commandos. No, they're commandos.
Is it Republic Commando?
Kinda,
Okay.
but in the High Republic era.
What?
Yeah.
All right, for the layman, what is the High Republic era? I mean,
High Republic is the new terminology for the golden era of the Republic in Star Wars.
The 1,000 years before Phantom Menace.
so
Right.
what
So,
you're saying
okay.
is KOTOR era.
No, that's the old Republic.
That's the old Republic.
Uh-huh.
So the old Republic falls, then the High Republic, and then Phantom Menace.
No, it's the old Republic, which is before the Sith Wars. Okay.
Okay.
That's the Sith Wars is Old Republic. The High Republic was during the Mandalorian War. Like like when the Republic was at its most after the Mandalorian Wars is when the High Republic happens. If I remember correctly, I could be wrong. And if I remember correctly, that's what the new terminology for the High Republic is when everything is basically at peace. The Jedi Order is expanding exponentially. They've pretty much moved on to more Outer Rim territory scuffles. If it should be that. It's I could be wrong, but it should be that.
So in context, what existing media would be the closest in the timeline?
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing is that they basically have created a
whole other
a new timeline, if you will, a new era.
Yeah.
And there's a whole bunch of media that they're releasing to support that.
Right.
So video games, movies.
Is that the one that you're the most hyped for, or are you most hyped for like Obi-Wan?
Honestly,
because they're bringing back Hayden Christensen.
I'm excited for it. I'm excited for Obi-Wan, but in the sense that like it's going to be a very limited like span that they can run into.
It's going to probably be like 6, maybe 12 episodes at the most, and that's
it.
And
then there's a Rogue One movie coming out, right? No, not Rogue One. Rogue Squadron.
Rogue Squadron, correct?
Which is the old N64 game.
Yes.
And the new
and Patty
Xbox
Jenkins
game.
is doing that one.
Wonder Woman director, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Is she doing the new one, 84 or whatever it is?
She did do 84.
Is that already out?
It's coming out December 25th
on HBO Plus.
On HBO Max.
Or Max. All right, sorry. Okay, I was curious. But yeah, like I said, I only saw the Homer Simpson thing out of the entire press day. And it was really good. Like, it still has that Simpsons humor, but clearly with a lot of Disney influence.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and my favorite part was when he was purposely buffering.
Yeah.
I was wondering if that was on purpose.
That
I
was
couldn't
100%
tell.
on purpose.
Oh, because the
You
video
have high speed. You have ultra high speed internet. You didn't think that was?
I mean, I ripped it. I pulled it from like TikTok or something, so I wasn't sure if it was theirs buffering or not. I didn't know. So
fair enough.
I'm excited for a bunch of media that I already don't have enough time to watch.
Well, so this is at least the 80% of those projects are Disney Plus exclusives.
Okay, I saw the trailer for Loki.
Yeah,
That looks good.
That looks really good.
That looks good.
So they're all like
also-
6 episodes, right? Like
Say what
all the
again?
Marvel ones are like 6 episodes.
It shouldn't. And I'm
Sure.
glad they're keeping it that way, even if it isn't, because like they need to keep it as short as possible, because there's a lot of stuff that they're just, unfortunately, that like what a comic book would take like an entire
Year and a half.
like 2-3 years to cover would be covered in like
2
3 episodes.
Yeah.
Right. So there's a lot of stuff that, you know, they're gonna shoot themselves in the foot and do what Game of Thrones did and go too far too fast and then just peter out.
Whose property is Game of Thrones? Like, who
HBO.
made that? So this big conglomerate.
J.R.R. Martin.
George R.
You just combined.
He totally did.
Okay.
Abrams and George R. R. Martin.
J.J.R. Tolkien Martin. I think he takes 2 years to write 1 page. But it's a really epic page.
It's a really epic page.
We need to give him some of that Stephen King cocaine.
Oh my.
Oh, goodness.
No.
Stephen King is just
Patterson.
like, I just sneezed and I wrote a book.
No,
Oh.
James Patterson is worse than Stephen King.
Stephen King
James Patterson is
pumps out
Ghost
them
Writers.
Or Dean
Oh my
Koontz.
god, he has
Dean
so many
Koontz is
Ghost
another
Riders.
Koontz. Such a good last name.
one. Koontz.
So anyways,
Yeah.
Christmas movies.
Christmas movies.
Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. Moving on.
It is, though.
Fuck off.
Oh, I mean, it
Okay.
is. It is.
Fuck off. No, fuck you for saying that.
It's
It is
not.
I'm not one of those like basic
It's-
bros who
look,
lives and
look.
dies by the fact that
So-
Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
So
It's an
yes,
okay
I am.
movie.
Here's the
I'm
thing,
but it
100%
David.
that.
Here's the thing,
Well,
David.
of course you are. You're an Imagine Dragons fan.
Here's why.
No,
here's why.
it's Kevin.
Oh, what?
Kevin's the Imagine Dragons fan.
No,
I like
I'm
how
not.
Jim just attacks violently at
Yeah.
somebody, and he wasn't
Like,
sure
how-
exactly who it was.
How dare you, sir?
Here's why Die Hard's not a Christmas movie.
Oh, here we go.
Because it's
Okay.
actually taking on Christmas?
No,
Fuck you.
David,
I'm
David,
sorry, it's the
David.
only movie y'all listed.
Let the
Let
man
Kevin
talk.
talk.
Hey,
we got-
Trump,
Let
would
Kevin
you
talk.
calm down?
We have
No.
Kevin on for the first time this quarter. You
I
gotta
know,
let him
right?
talk.
It's not. I was on fucking.
Shut up. No,
podcast.
you weren't. It was a myth.
Yeah, that was
Um,
like a quarter of a year ago.
If it did not happen on Christmas, the movie would still be the same thing if it
No,
did
it
not
would-
happen on Christmas Day.
That is
Whereas Jingle All the Way, Santa Claus, The Polar Express, and National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation all would not be a movie without Christmas. That is why it's not a Christmas movie. If it can stand alone without being on Christmas, then it is not a Christmas movie.
Hey,
But
all right.
here's the
So
thing.
here, let me ask some qualifying questions that I think might help you in your argument. As somebody that's never seen Die Hard.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so my understanding is terrorists have taken over some kind of building, right?
A bank.
Nakatomi
Yes.
Tommy. No. Not
You're,
a bank.
it's
a
like
Nakatomi
Takanomi Plaza or something.
Right.
Plaza.
Right.
Not-
Okay.
has bank in it.
Cool.
Nakatomi.
Cool. So that's step one.
Nakatomi, David.
Was
So I
the
said-
building
Alright.
was the building fully occupied?
No,
No.
Why was it empty?
it was under construction.
Okay.
No.
Upper
Yes.
floors were under construction.
The
It was
upper floors were
absolutely
under
under
construction, but it
construction.
was empty because they were doing an office Christmas party after hours.
Okay,
But it
so
was
No.
after hours.
was there a Christmas festivity in that building during the movie?
Yeah. There was.
So if
Wait.
it was just a random Tuesday, would the building be differently occupied?
Yes.
One
Yes.
could make the argument that you could have an after hours.
I
Christmas
agree.
party.
A happy hour is a thing. I appreciate you working with me on that. Thank you very much. But what we are saying is if this movie took place on November 12th, the
It'd probably
group
most
of
likely
people
be-
probably would not be in that same exact spot maybe altering the path, right?
Also, he wouldn't even be there if it was November. He came specifically for the holidays to be with his children.
Spoiler alert.
Thanks, David. Appreciate that. So I'm not saying it is a Christmas movie, but I'm saying Christmas is an essential part of the movie. So therefore it can be on the list. That's it. There's no argument on that because the movie needs Christmas or else it's just a random party for no good reason. Unless you had a reason, but
it could be somebody's retirement party instead.
No, we don't have those parties.
John McClane would never be there because he doesn't give a shit about a retiree. He gives a crap about his children.
Now, I don't understand how this movie turned into like 6 movies, but that's a whole other story.
Oh yeah, let's talk about all the other Die Hard movies.
I know at some point Kevin Smith shows up.
That's the best one.
Justin Long is somehow involved.
I that one.
Die Hard 4 is the best one.
Fucking Ramona Flowers is in there, I think.
It's gone on so long. His kid takes over.
Is that really the case? Is that
totally.
100%
sucks.
But one of the last Die Hards, his kid is the person in Die Hard, and he's like retired.
It's Jai Courtney who pretty much ruins every movie he's in.
Are you talking about Liam Neeson?
Taken? Taken? Yeah, it's like it takes. Taken follows the aspect of Die Hard where it's like the same premise every freaking time.
Are you spoiling Taken? Another movie I haven't seen?
Are you suggesting that Liam Neeson is Bruce Willis's son?
No, I'm suggesting Liam Neeson is Bruce Willis in that universe.
No, I'm just fucking with you, man. That'd be hilarious.
Do y'all know the legend of Liam Neeson?
No.
Oh my god! Of course you would.
That'd be really awesome though. Like the last Taken movie. He calls up Bruce Willis on his phone. He's like, "Hey, I'm gonna need some help."
Dad,
take Die Hard. The crossover epic.
Okay, so
Liam Neeson apparently has a legendarily large dick. So that was it.
Oh yeah, legendary. Like literally, like it's to his fucking kneecaps.
Well, all right. So I don't think I ever decided to look on the internet for those details. Thank you very much.
Did Die Hard make money?
Oh yeah.
Like every movie has made money.
I wouldn't say every movie, but
God no,
it's a franchise that
It's even though the most recent one, the one where the kid takes over, is really bad. I bet people like popcorn flicked it. To watch a Die Hard movie.
So just so you know, McClane, which is going to be the last Die Hard movie, is going to retcon that mistake.
Didn't we think episode 9 was going to be the last Star Wars movie?
So are they pulling pulling Indiana Jones and just like kind of removing the child from the picture?
Are they going to have aliens with the crystal skull?
Thanks for mentioning that, considering the fact that we're still getting an Indiana Jones with Harrison Ford in 2022.
I was waiting for my Shia LaBeouf Indiana Jones.
Holy shit! They're gonna have to they're just gonna have to give him a wheelchair.
The worst
Chris.
Have
to whip shit from a.
He is the worst Chris, but
he is the worst Chris.
You can't have Chris Evans in everything.
Chris Pratt is fucking trash.
Wait, there's Pratt, there's
Evans,
and then there's
Pine.
Hemsworth.
There you go.
First of all, Chris Pine without Star Trek has nothing.
Chris Pine is an attractive man.
What was the last movie that he was in?
He was into Spider-Verse.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, but he
was
voice.
Peter B. Parker.
He has a voice, so nobody knows.
That's not true. I knew it.
You're a fucking nerd.
He also, you're a fucking nerd too, buddy.
For different things. Sure.
Okay, he was in Wonder Woman. He's going to be in Wonder Woman 84.
I thought he died. Did you just spoil Wonder Woman 84 for me?
How did I spoil it when it's in the trailers?
I don't watch trailers.
Well, that's your fucking fault.
It's true, but I knew he came back.
Yeah, I don't think we can fault David for that.
Talking back to
I knew.
Todd was just like, "Oh, you're right. You're right."
I'm watching my other computer.
Yeah.
By the way, I feel like a real radio guy right now. I'm like standing as I'm talking.
You do sound very radio-esque.
I can vision that.
I'm just kind of like half pacing in front of my computer. But
all right, Christmas movies. Who is next?
Well, I just wanted to point out something here. Y'all were just fucking shitting all over Home Alone, and
we haven't gotten there yet.
I watched that movie last night in prep for this.
What a poor choice.
Okay. What is wrong with Home Alone?
What's wrong?
That's just glorifying child abandonment.
Come on. come on, man. First off, you know them whites people.
Whoa!
Motherfucking David, do you not remember your dad's
User
comment?
was moved out of your channel. User in
Um,
your channel is recording.
Home
No, but-
Alone, is
John Benedict.
not a good movie. Wait,
How
hold on.
dare
Hang on.
It's the best not good movie of all time. Like I enjoyed watching it, but it's not good. Like it's just, to me, it just seems like it's poorly made. The best part is the score from John Williams.
Oh yes. Oh,
Best part is the score.
Okay, hold
but
on.
I watched it last night, and it's just like,
Jim,
holy
did
shit!
You,
This is like a top 10 grossing movie.
yeah. Did you ever watch any other John Hughes movies?
Oh, I love John Hughes movies.
Okay, so you're telling me that the man who wrote Home Alone, John Hughes,
Mhm.
made a poor Christmas movie?
Yes.
I think it's a bad movie.
Hold
Hold on.
He's
You're
hurting
saying
himself
that
right now.
John Hughes made a bad movie?
Yes,
You're
but
wrong.
and more than just that movie. But who did he direct? Home Alone 2: Lost in New York.
He didn't direct anything.
With President
Home Alone.
Donald
Did he
J.
write the second one? I'm
Trump.
sorry. Did he write it?
I believe he helped on the second one.
So
I
Home
assume-
Alone 2: Lost in New York is so far above Home Alone 1 as a movie.
Oh, here we go.
It's not even a fucking, like, in the same universe.
But
I
It wouldn't
did thoroughly
exist.
enjoy 2 over 1.
Yeah,
but it wouldn't exist without one.
agreed. But I don't care.
Now, Home Alone 2 is a Christmas 2 movie as well.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
Can we talk about how
actually-
shitty these parents are for losing track of their child?
Twice, 3 times,
Three
4
times.
times.
Did you see how
The
many
fourth one he
kids
was just
they
left at home
have?
when he was sick. What?
Did you see how many kids they have?
Also,
Yeah,
that-
Okay,
Yeah,
so
they
they
got
get
too
a
many
pass
kids.
on being shitty
They're
parents
they're
because
like
they have so many
rabbits,
kids.
man.
I'm
No,
sorry.
I'm
They
not
don't have
giving
so many
them-
kids.
I'm not giving them a pass. Kevin's like, well, I can't believe they lost those kids. Oh, I can 100% believe it. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure that
Parents
they've
are
lost.
the worst people in this
Yeah.
world. They're the worst people in this world.
I'm-
And I'm not saying them. I'm saying all parents are the worst. But they're especially bad. They're especially bad.
But like, okay, so here's the thing, Jeff, and here's where I completely disagree with you on this point. You're going on an international fucking flight
Uh-huh.
with your 5 or whatever fucking many kids.
Okay.
You damn well would be counting each individual child.
They did.
No,
No.
no. And I'll
They
tell you,
counted.
okay, I'm going to give you the perfect example.
Oh
Because
god,
this
here we go.
happened. This happened on my trip to Walt Disney World. Okay?
Oh, my.
Literally, we're in the line, people are boarding, and they're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, cool, 5. And then they're like, wait a second, is it 5 or 6?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Is it
Hold
5 or
on,
6?
Okay,
hold on.
Hold on. No,
Hold
I have
on.
a question about
Hey, they
that.
have 5 children. They have 5 children.
Okay, no, they went, it's 6. And then they're looking around, and they're looking around, they're like,
Where's this other child?
where's the 6th kid? The 6th kid was wrapped around their leg the entire time. And they just didn't notice.
I get that. However, do you know that all of those children were theirs?
Yes.
No, they're
they
not.
You know
There's,
for a fact
okay.
that those random
I am on
strangers were
Vox.
the
I am
same-
on Vox.com's Home Alone's 11 jerk kids
Okay,
ranked.
well,
I'm not
Jim,
talking about
Jim, we're
Home
not
Alone.
talking about
I'm
the
talking
Home
about
Alone
Disney
kids.
World.
Yeah, he's talking about when he went to Disney
Oh,
World.
I'm sorry.
Because when my family or the other families that were on my street went on vacation, we shipped the kids from the other families with us.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
there
What?
would be
Or-
6 to 8 kids
Kind of rich
on this
people
trip.
shit?
I
No,
know,
it's not
dude.
necessarily rich
It was
people
because
stuff.
then
It's
the other
like,
parents didn't have to go, so it was actually getting your kids to go on vacation.
and then you get a vacation from your kids.
Exactly.
I never did that, so I don't have that
So
experience.
it's also it may have been,
I can say that same thing.
And my
It
mom
may-
did exactly that. She knew how many kids she brought with her, and she would count us.
and it may have been, hey, it's a large family, not direct children and child and parent, maybe grandparent, maybe aunt, maybe uncle, maybe
Cousins.
cousins, maybe that type of family.
Exactly.
Now, in this
So-
case, it is cousins. So
Interesting.
they did it's
In Home Alone?
cousins In Home Alone,
well,
right?
well,
Yeah.
they also
Weren't there
they
multiple
fix
adults?
yes,
Yes,
but
there
they
were multiple
fix the plot
adults.
hole of like how they
they
because
forget
they
that child?
the hat. It's like the kid in the hat, right? They
Right,
saw
they counted twice. Yeah.
But how
There's-
did you miss getting him into the vehicle and getting into the airport.
They counted, and
Did you
They
not
counted the neighbor
see-
kid.
Did you not see Home Alone?
It's the neighbor
It's
kid.
been a
It's the
while.
neighbor kid.
No,
That
in
looks
this
like him.
case, It
Yeah.
was in this case he went into the van and then left.
Yeah.
No, yes, but like the sister was going 1, 2, 3, 4. So she hit the neighbor kid on the head and goes, "Oh, you're like 7."
Yeah.
They get in the car. Mom turns around and is like, "Did you count all the kids?" She said, "Yes, they were all blah,
So
blah, blah."
here's how that could have been solved. Don't trust your kids to do
Hold
anything.
on. Are we trying to deconstruct? Are we trying to like improve the screenplay of Home Alone?
No.
First of all, it's 2020. Nobody has that many kids anymore. We
Nobody
can't
can
afford it.
that many kids.
Somebody brought up the director earlier. It's Chris Columbus for both of them. The first.
Yes.
There we go.
Did he sell those?
Isn't he? No, he's the guy that did Harry
The
Potter.
producer of Jingle All the Way.
Yes, he did the first two. He did the first 2 Harry Potter
And
films.
second of all, did you not see their house? They can afford that many kids.
So there is a Netflix documentary
About the house.
about Home Alone, the whole movie,
yeah.
about Back to the Future. I gotta look at. I'll find it while you keep talking
yeah.
Okay.
because it goes over multiple cult classic movies.
Okay.
I did not like this movie as a child.
Home
It-
I
Alone.
loved Home
It made
Alone.
me very afraid
Oh.
to be alone.
I absolutely adored it.
100% agreed. The movies that
this
made
made
us.
me look forward to being alone. I wanted that kind of shit to happen.
You wanted the fucking wet bandits
Yeah.
to show up?
100%.
Yeah,
You're
you
not
wanted-
smart enough. You would have been murdered.
I'm not debating that.
No, he would have like
Did
just
you-
damn white people.
Did you all see the Robot Chicken thing where they basically merged Halloween, the latest Halloween movie, with Home Alone?
No.
And like Michael Myers mistakes the wrong house.
Oh yeah.
So he
Lord.
goes into the house with Kevin McAllister. He's like, "Okay, you're not gonna be able to catch me." Like a fucking paint bucket hits Michael Myers in the face, and he like doesn't phase him at all. He was just
So-
like, "Oh fuck, I'm gonna die."
So, this show I'm talking, the documentary on Netflix is called. It's actually 4 different movies. It's called "The Movies That Made Us."
Movies that made us. Yeah, I've heard
Yes.
about those.
So there's one
Okay.
about Dirty Dancing.
Oh my god.
They're great. There's one about Home Alone.
That's more of the movie that made my parents.
Yeah. There's one about Ghostbusters.
And therefore the movies that made you.
And then
No.
there's one about Die Hard.
Boredom
Oh, no.
probably
Michael,
made me.
So there's one about
apparently-
Home Alone and Die Hard. So right
Apparently,
there.
Sarah heard about your dislike of claymation.
That's fine. She loves claymation. I don't watch them with her.
Me and Sarah can watch Heat Miser and Snow Miser together.
No, I'll come hang out too.
Fucking.
We'll watch Kubo and the 2 streams.
They have it
one
on
day.
Blu-ray. They have like a multi-pack of them on Blu-ray now. But I'm
Hey,
just gonna
Michael, we can
fucking
see
torrent
while
that
they
shit.
watch that shit.
So you can get 0 kills. Get out of here.
Oh, you might as well go watch the movie.
It can be Frost. That's the closest you're getting to snow.
Ooh.
I can be
Oh.
Buck.
Buck with the snowdrift expert.
Maybe David needs to have some more surprise trap characters because
If he really wants to fight the wet bandits, he's gonna need to be a trap guy.
Right?
I swore that was Hugh Laurie, by the way. Whenever I was like a teenager,
Oh,
I thought Daniel Stern was Hugh Laurie.
I can see that.
Because
I
wasn't
can see
Hugh,
that.
wasn't Hugh Laurie in some movie that like we all watched as a kid? I just
101
can't-
Dalmatians.
Stuart Little.
That's what it is. 101
101
Dalmatians.
Dalmatians.
Yeah.
Stuart
The
Little?
live
He was in
action
Stuart
version.
Little?
Yeah, he was in
He was
Stuart
in-
Little. He was the dad.
Oh,
It was
Ah.
about Stuart Little.
I've never seen Stuart Little.
It was.
And
It's okay.
and that's also whenever he tricked us all. We all thought he was American.
Bro.
And he's like, "Oh wait, you're super fucking British."
I didn't know. I didn't know he was British watching the House.
Yeah,
And then I saw an interview. I was like,
What
100%.
the fuck?
100%. I
Oh,
did the
like
same
Finn?
thing whenever I was watching Nashville on ABC back when that was a thing. It's a song about country singers, and then two of the country singers, one she's Australian, and then the other one he's British. And I'm like, wait, you sound really fucking redneck on this show. What's going on?
So two people that, speaking of British people that totally have like
Geoff?
their American accents down
Hey
pat,
Jeff.
like Geoff and his alter ego.
Oh, see the dog agrees.
Two people. The guy who plays Finn.
John Boyega,
John Boyega.
Yeah, Boyega. Like I'd never heard of him or seen him.
who tried to
until
get
Star
canceled
Wars.
this year.
And in Star Wars, he does a flawless American accent, in my opinion.
Well, there are no Americans.
Well, because you heard about the story about that, right?
Right. He did it like they tried to do it in his normal English accent, and they're like, no, this doesn't sound right at all.
Yeah, J.J. Abrams was like, no. No.
Nobody has like a accent or anything in those movies, do they? Like a
C-3PO. C-3PO.
Yeah,
3PO does have a
Well,
Cyprus.
all of the Imperial people have like British accents.
Do they?
Oh yeah, all the Imperial people have British accents, and then Rey has a British accent too.
That's right. Ray does.
Yeah, you're right.
She is British, right?
Yes.
Daisy Ridley.
Yeah. The only other person that fooled me because I didn't get introduced to him is Idris Elba.
Wait, he has a British accent? I'm kidding. I know.
Like,
well, is that because of what the show he was on?
yes.
What show?
No, it was
The Office.
High Wire. The Wire.
The Wire, yes.
Oh, Baltimore.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. So he had a very strong like New York Baltimorean accent. It worked really well. And that's how I first got introduced to Idris Elba. And then out of nowhere, like some of his other shows, I'm like, oh, here, I'm fucking British. I'm like, what?
First thing I actively knew that was Idris Elba was Thor.
Yeah.
I had no context of who that dude was. I just always heard he was hot, and that was it.
Jason,
like,
folks, I apologize, but just to correct you, he actually has a New Zealand accent. Tamora Wilson is from New Zealand.
Who?
Boba Fett.
Oh, no. Yeah, because he reminds me of somebody Manu. I can't remember his first name.
Ginobili.
He's the guy who plays Deathstroke in the Arrow. He does.
Are you talking about Joe Manganiello?
No.
Because he plays Deathstroke.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, I thought he did.
In the Arrow? No.
Oh, not an Arrow. He played it in something else. Some other context.
So, you're talking about
Sofia Vergara's husband.
Manu Bennett.
Manu Bennett. There you go. That's
Manu
right.
Ginobili.
He's got a pretty strong New Zealander accent.
That's a deep cut. Right
Kiwi.
There. Yeah, it is Kiwi.
He's a basketball player, right?
Manu Ginobili? Yeah, he played for the Spurs.
Yeah, that's
I was like, somebody get this, please.
Well, also, Keith Urban.
The country
singer?
Yeah, he's Australian.
No,
or
really?
Carl Urban?
Carl Urban is
not Keith Urban.
Keith Urban is also Australian.
I was like, what?
Carl Urban's the doctor he's Bones from Star Trek.
He's also Dredd.
Yeah,
Is
the best in one of the best comic book movies ever made. Dredd.
Is that Dredd 3D?
What? No.
Is that
I don't think it was a 3D movie.
Is that the one that Gavin worked on? Jeff might be the only one that understood that
Dredd.
context.
Yeah, Dredd. Dredd.
He worked on Dredd.
Yeah. Keith Urban's also Australian. but he doesn't cover his accent.
A lot of people know Carl Urban from The Boys more so now.
Star Trek.
Billy Butcher.
All I know him from is Star Trek.
Yeah, I mean he's pretty good.
He was in like Doom or something, wasn't he? Like a long time ago.
He was in Doom. He's also Lord of the Rings.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, did you see your boy change like hours worth of content? Peter Jackson? Yeah.
No, he didn't.
He wanted to. Or I saw some article about he had like, what was it, 4 hours worth of changes?
No, are you talking about for the 4K release?
Yeah.
So all he did was he color corrected it to make it consistent across the trilogies.
So,
and then like they updated the visual effects slightly.
But it wasn't shot in 4K.
No, so the original trilogy was shot on 35 millimeter.
Okay.
So they were able to take the negatives and upscale it to 4K.
Why did they not just skip that and go to 8K? Or 12K?
Oh, I'm sure they already did that. I'm sure it's
and
already
they're just
there.
waiting to re-release it later.
Oh, of course. 100%. 100%. He was like, look, let's just get the 8K version knocked out right here and now. Interestingly enough,
with the 12K camera, I was like, that's a thing already?
Yeah. Interestingly enough, though, the print that they actually sent to theaters all the way to the VHS tapes actually was a 2K print
Like
originally.
1440.
Yes. Obviously, VHS couldn't
That
handle
movie
that type
came
of
out in
resolution.
VHS.
Yes.
No
2001.
way.
2001.
That was like VHS was already dead at that point, technically, right?
I want to say that Two Towers actually came out on VHS too. Well, no. I want to say Fellowship was the last VHS.
Like, I'm selfish. I like that movies get re-released and games get remade because I really enjoy them and I want to re-experience them. And I usually don't have the older machines.
I am 100% wrong. Return of the King came out on VHS too.
Really? All three of them came out.
And that was 2 VHS tapes.
I was about to say it had to be more than one tape.
So,
Titanic
A History of Violence was the last major film released on VHS.
That's
God, I love that movie.
That's a graphic novel.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that movie so much.
2006.
I never watched the movie, but I read the graphic
It's Viggo Mortensen too. So speaking of Lord of the Rings, it's Viggo Mortensen.
That's right.
So that movie is so fucking good.
Check it out on probably Amazon if you want to buy the book.
Go buy it at a gas station for 99 cents.
No, the book.
Oh, the book. Oh, yeah. And have you read the book?
Yeah.
I need to read it because I've never read it.
I never watched the movie. I read the book.
That's like me with
novel,
with V for Vendetta. I love the V for Vendetta graphic novel, and I fucking hate the movie.
At that time, when A History of Violence came out, it was around the same time that The Walking Dead was starting to build, and
that sounds about right.
And Why the Last Man was also another.
I love novel. Why the Last Man. That never gets talked about. I love Why the Last Man.
It was supposed to be a movie, or a few of them.
It's
a Children of Men
Netflix show.
I remember. I feel like buying the movie A History of Violence the same day I bought the movie Babel.
Brad Pitt.
Yeah, the Brad Pitt movie. I love that movie. I think that movie's great.
Never watched it.
It's definitely a slow burn movie, though, for sure.
Yeah, but you have the original VHS of Star Wars. You have the special editions.
So,
original.
Hey, so speaking of multiple releases on multiple media, does anyone have a reference movie?
A what?
A what?
A reference movie. So what I mean by that, a reference movie in this particular case, is this is a movie you watch and you buy on every single new format.
Yep.
That it comes
Lord
out
of the
to.
Rings.
I did that with
compare
GTA
it,
5, if you want to call that.
What?
Clerks.
I did that with GTA 5, if you want to call it that.
I have, and the reason why I say that, David, is because I have the 4K copy of.
Not Harry Potter.
No, the reason why Harry Potter has a very bad release schedule. So like because they're different directors, they didn't really care about like going back and like it wasn't like Peter Jackson going back and saying, I'm gonna color correct it, I'm gonna make it like a special release, I'm gonna make it better. Yeah, exactly.
So Chris Columbus did what? The first two?
Right.
Then
Chris Columbus
else did like the next 3 or 4.
Chris Columbus doesn't give a shit about going back to the first 2 Harry Potter movies and like remastering it to look better.
But do they need to remaster it to make it look better? Like, would it?
So I will tell you.
Help?
I will tell you, it does, especially for Lord of the Rings, because the HDR like color sampling for that is pretty astounding.
I don't have HD. Well, I do have an HDR TV. I just
like the best way I can put it is that for years, opening scene of Fellowship of the Ring, the army all has silver armor for like the army of men.
Right.
Turns out they it wasn't all silver in actuality.
Oh,
wait, really?
Yeah, so it actually has silver and gold like accents. Like there's little details that have been enhanced.
Gold.
Exactly. So there's little details that have been enhanced by HDR that I was like, holy fuck.
Now, did they add that in, or was it like this? Is
so the reason why
like that and we just couldn't tell back in the day.
It was shot like that. The first movie was traditionally chemical color corrected.
Okay, yeah.
the second the Two Towers and Return of the King was digital, but it still wasn't like advanced color correcting.
Right.
When they went to like The Hobbit, they had like a fucking full suite of color correction tools. They were able to take like blades of grass and make it a certain color if they wanted it to.
Gotcha.
So they took that same process for the 4K remasters of the original trilogy. So they were able to bring out details that were supposed to be there, but you couldn't notice it before.
Interesting.
Yeah, so that's the main reason I was like, I'm buying it like the day it released.
David, to answer your question, I don't really buy much physical media, and everything I own physically, I can name. I have less than 10 Blu-rays. It's like Ready Player One, Harry Potter, Star Wars, the Hobbit movies, and that's it.
I could say the original trilogy because I do have it from VHS on, but I also can say the same thing to the one I always get, regardless of media, which is Fifth Element.
Oh, really? Oh,
the Fifth Element is the thing that I like.
They put that
VHS
on 4K?
Yeah.
Huh.
I think I unintentionally have it in Toy Story.
Oh, first Toy Story.
Yeah, first Toy Story, because my nieces loved it too, and it came out on like 4K Blu-ray or whatever, and I bought it then too.
Scott Pilgrim I bought on 2 different medias. I bought it on DVD and I bought it on Blu-ray. But I didn't...
If they came out with like a giant collector's like this year would have been it, the 10-year anniversary edition, I would have gotten it.
For Scott Pilgrim?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So this is the bummer about the Lord of the Rings one, is that they were like, hey, summer 2021, we're gonna release like the Ultimate box set, Middle Earth box set. And that's all 3 films. No, I knew this before buying my set. Like I was fully aware of this. And it comes with like all 6 films on 4K. Plus it's supposed to come with like a shit ton of bonus features. They did a similar thing for the Blu-ray set. Do you know how much that Blu-ray set is?
Hang on.
What?
$250.
No, MSRP is $399.
Fuck that.
$400 fucking dollars for 6 goddamn Blu-rays?
Plus all of the special features.
Okay, 7 Blu-rays. Hey, sorry, ye mateys.
Jesus Christ.
No, it's like
get
35
stock
discs.
in the movies? Like
35 discs?
Yeah.
Do you own a portion of Peter Jackson's soul? Like
no. So
is it like Horcrux?
When I was considering it, because I was like, maybe I should just hold off on buying this.
Yeah, you should.
And then I looked up the price for what it was for the Blu-ray set. And I was like, hell no. I was like, I'm not gonna buy this. I'm not gonna buy the Hobbit trilogy first off in 4K because that's a waste of goddamn.
I need to find
come on, the best.
Very important announcement. Total Recall from the first one, 1990s version.
No, Colin Farrell one.
They just released the 4K Blu-ray.
Yeah, are you saying they recalled it?
Oh fuck.
God damn.
Never seen that movie either. Bam. That's another.
But like, that's kind of the thing. Though. Did they do
Ironside.
anything to make it, or were they just upscale?
You mean Sam Fisher?
What?
It's probably just. He said Michael Ironside. Wasn't that Sam Fisher?
Yeah.
Was it?
The original. Yeah, the original ones.
Yep.
Like Chaos Theory and all that shit. Yep.
He's
dead though. Wait, isn't he?
No,
Michael Ironside's still around.
I'm thinking of Jeremy Irons, who's also not dead.
Yeah, not even either.
But he's Alfred, right? He's like current Alfred.
Yes, he is.
The best version
He's
of
Alfred.
Alfred. The
He's
best
Affleck
version.
Alfred. Yeah.
Oh well, yeah, but Andy Serkis will be new Alfred.
But he's already that bad guy in Marvel, so he can't be in the other one too.
Well, you say that.
You say that, but
Andy Serkis, you mean the monkey guy?
Yes. And
he's
Gollum.
Yeah, he's the
Okay,
murky person guy. Yeah.
So the first time I ever saw Ironsides in a movie was Starship Troopers from 1997.
I'm doing my part.
That is my favorite.
I
cult
love that movie.
I love that cult movie.
It's a great. It's not a cult movie, but it's a great movie.
That's a cult. That's 100% a cult movie.
Classic.
Because it was out in the theaters and all that shit. Nah.
There was a lot of shit.
Wait, what movie again?
Starship Troopers.
Oh, Jim, are you trying to say that if it wasn't a theater, it's not a cult classic? Because my friend,
shit.
I think if it had a mass release, and I'm talking like, and I don't know the specific numbers. I just think if it didn't have like a limited release, like I think a movie has to be cult if it's showed in like less than 25% of the country.
Dogma?
I would have to disagree with you. I would say it's definitely a movie that should have gotten or should have blown up, but didn't, and later found success later.
Yes, precisely.
Yeah,
that's how a cult.
That's a cult classic. Because guess what?
I can agree with that definition. I'm not disagreeing with that. But
back in the day, the definition used to be: did it do better on VHS than it did in theaters?
Right.
Back when Blockbuster was a thing, and now it's a little bit harder to judge that, of course. But by Jim's argument, Dogma, any of Kevin Smith's movies would not be
a cult classic.
Which half of them
how many screens? How many screens do you think Clerks came out on?
I'm talking specifically about Dogma and Chase
Gaming. I don't consider Dogma a cult classic. I don't
Clerks didn't come out on any screens, right?
Yeah, Clerks came out on screens.
Oh, okay.
Not many, but
not
a few.
Like under 50. Like same with Tusk, like under 50.
All right, Tusk is a whole other story. That's like talking about Red State.
I saw that. No, I saw Tusk in the theater.
Did you really?
So
I did.
Apparently, I just enjoy Paul Verhoeven movies.
Verhoeven?
Yeah. Oh yeah, because they're fucking violent.
Isn't that the guy that made the fucking movie with Shia LaBeouf?
Remember that scene when RoboCop shot that guy in the dick?
Right in the dick.
Yeah, that's a Paul Verhoeven movie.
Right. Paul Verhoeven also went a little bit off the deep end in recent years.
Okay, so hold on. Last Action Heroes with Schwarzenegger?
That's a good movie.
Oh no, that's not his.
That's a good movie.
Hold up.
I've seen that movie.
Did you guys see the trailer for the Iron Mask?
The fuck is that? The Leonardo DiCaprio movie?
No.
That's the man in the Iron Mask.
Hold on, no. It's got Arnold Schwarzenegger facing Jackie Chan.
What?
Yeah.
That's a movie I won't watch, but that sounds cool.
Look up the trailer for that shit.
I have to watch it again. I remember what you're talking about.
Look, I'm busy playing Cyberpunk, all right? I don't have time for anything else.
Wow.
In my life. I'm not actually playing it right now.
Someone call his boss.
I'm not actually playing it right now. Think my computer could handle that?
No.
I cannot tell you like how much Blade Runner inspired that fucking game.
Hey, another movie I haven't watched.
That's okay.
You hurt my soul. Hollow Man is another Paul Verhoeven movie.
Another movie I haven't watched. That's Kevin Bacon, though, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so.
Didn't they remake that recently?
Yeah, The Invisible Man with Elizabeth Moss.
Yep.
But he's like kind of rapey in it or something.
Oh yeah, well
like that's what they were. That's what they were alluding to in the trailer.
He was rapey.
Oh, he was rapey. Oh, that sucks. You don't want an Invisible Man to be rapey because, like,
I mean, like to be fair, that's exactly what a person who's invisible would do.
No,
they would totally like perv. Are you kidding me?
I definitely like look at some tits, but I wouldn't touch anybody. That's breaking the rules. Like there are ethics here whenever you're an invisible man.
Wow.
You can look at some titties, but you should probably be like afterwards. You should be like, "Hey, man,
it's
bye." And then just
Never mind. I'm not gonna
also caution, wet floor. Bye.
Oh my.
Oh
my.
And on that note,
we're cutting it out.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Life
filthy animals.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk podcast later this week.
Okay.
Yep. 100%.
Kevin, go. Kevin, go.
Period. Bye.
Kevin, go.
We said Miracle on 31st.
What movie is that? What is that?
The Miracle on 31st Street?
34th
Street.
Also, Muppet Christmas Carol.
What?
Muppet Christmas Carol.
Oh, no, Jim said that, didn't he?
Oh, did he? I wasn't here.
Yeah, it was on Jim's list.
Jim said that.
Look, if it says Muppets and then anything, it's on my list.
Mine was National Lampoon's Polar Express, Santa Claus, and fuck, I can't remember the last one.
Home Alone.
Oh, Jingle All the Way. No, not Home
Jingle
Alone.
all the way.
Oh,
Jingle All the Way.
obviously not a Christmas movie. 100% will not defend this as a Christmas movie. But every Christmas Eve for like 4 or 5 years, I watched Shrek.
Why?
That was like a Christmas Eve tradition,
The
and I
fuck?
always had to. I couldn't tell you why. Couldn't tell
Okay.
you why.
Yeah.
I have a small confession as the last thing.
I got a
Okay.
confession to make.
So I have a movie that I watch every year on Thanksgiving that sets me up for Christmas.
Okay.
I watch
Airplane?
Thanksgiving.
What's
Thanks
that?
killing.
Thanksgiving. Just look it up and watch it.
Was it like rubber or
No, I mean it is a horror movie, but it is not like
The
rubber.
2008 movie.
I've been watching it for like 4 or 5 years in a row.
Horror/movie.
Is that what gets you ready for Black Friday?
That's what gets me ready for Black Friday and Christmas.
Jesus.
Gobble gobble, motherfucker.
And I swear, and I think if I recall right, the first line of the movie is "nice tits, bitch," and they kill him. So that's
Oh
one of
my god.
That's great.
Budget $3,500.
Yeah.
Box office
What?
$3,500.
Hey, made their money back, mate. Their money back, baby.
And they made their money back. Also, it stars Wanda Lust
Who?
that's the woman
That
with the
sounds like
titties
a
in the
porn
video.
star's
as the
name.
She
Naked
is.
Pilgrim.
She is
The
100%.
Naked Pilgrim.
She is 100%.
Wait, was that on
It's on Netflix. Last I
No,
checked.
did what was Achievement Hunters
Yes,
thing?
they did that. They watched it.
What was it called?
Mode.
Theater mode, yeah.
Yeah, they watched that. It's
Oh,
a good
okay.
movie. It's a great movie. You should watch it.
Oh yeah, I watched that. It had the fucking turkey, didn't it?
Yeah, Killer Turkey.
Oh, I watched. Oh my god, I watched it on theater mode.
The turkey fucks a girl, which is
Y'all
funny.
need to. Yeah, y'all need to watch it.
What the fuck? Are you
Yeah.
serious?
Yeah,
It's so bad. It's so bad, but it's so good.
horrible. But I watch it on that Thursday. And I go to work on Black Friday, and I hate all the people that I see coming in trying to buy things. And I hope that they get like some kind of deadly disease. But this was not before. This is before coronavirus. Now I hope that they just get the same deadly disease, but they survive it.
Mhm.
Now that the vaccine's been approved, I give no fucks. All of you can get it for all I care. And then that kind of gets me in the holiday spirit. And every time I go to my parents around this time of year, Santa Claus. It's always that one.
Thanksgiving is not showing on Netflix.
No, it's gone. I probably have a copy of it somewhere.
You mean the Tim Allen version?
I got Thanksgiving.
The one with Martin Short, the bad one.
Ooh, the third one? Gross.
Yeah. Every time I go to my parents' house around this time of year, that's what they're fucking watching. And I'm like, you make bad choices.
I remember watching Santa Claus as a kid, like when it came out.
The first Santa Claus upset
Oh,
me
in the
because
theater
I
with my
literally
dad.
watched Santa Claus die.
Yeah, you know what's funny about that is it's like you watch Santa Claus die and you don't give two shits about it.
Nah.
You're just
Yeah,
like,
you don't care.
I
Well,
was like, that's the guy from Tool Time. Yeah.
I was gonna say Tim the Toolman Taylor is Santa Claus now.
That show is how is that not? What channel
Home
was that
Improvement?
show on?
Home Improvement.
Was it on ABC?
Yeah, it was on ABC.
EBS.
Then how?
ABC, that's right.
Then how's it not? Is it on Disney Plus?
No, it's on Hulu. Yeah, it's on Hulu.
I don't watch Hulu. That's for poor people.
Same fucking thing. Hulu and Disney Plus.
it's
Same
not.
fucking company.
No, it's not.
Well, they did announce an edgy version of
Star
yeah.
or whatever that
it's
was.
called Star.
Is it Stars with a Z?
Oh,
Is it
yeah.
extra?
Nope,
What a
Or is
ripoff.
it's included.
Okay.
It's
Well,
Where you
they
can
have-
watch all your
Disney
childhood
Plus.
Cinemax
Well,
films.
they have. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Are they gonna have Bordello of Blood with Dennis Miller?
No, not even Bordello of Blood. It's where we're gonna watch Red Shoe Diaries.
That was Showtime. I used to
Oh,
watch it.
what was it?
I thought so. Oh,
I thought
no,
it was
no, no.
Cinemax.
Red Shoe Diaries was on like regular TV.
Well, HBO was Real Sex.
It was Real Sex where you watch a
Yeah.
bunch of hippies usually fucking
And then
touch
Taxi
each
Cab
other.
Confessions.
That's
Taxi
all we
Cab
had.
Confessions. And then and then as we got older, they're like, let's just put actual porn up. So they put out Cat House.
Yeah.
Oh
And
yeah.
I, as a young man, I strongly considered saving up and going to the fucking Cat House for fucking Isabella Soprano. I remember exactly which one I wanted.
Oh my
And I was
lord.
like, nope, I'm not doing that. That's 10 grand or whatever they fucking charge. Good times. Cyberpunk
on that
podcast. Probably coming out Wednesday, probably.
Talk about how Todd edits the man and
Maybe.
Has so many different types of penises.
Hey,
Is this a glimpse into you giving your kid the birds and the bees talks, Kevin?
I chose
No.
I chose the longest dick. This is spoilers for Cyberpunk. I chose the longest dick available and have a blue landing strip.
What the fuck?
Don't know why.
Okay, so let me side quest on this real quick.
That's
How the
that's a
fuck-
different. That's a different show.
Hold
That's a
on.
different show.
Side Quest
fuck?
is my show.
Okay, let
Fuck
me
My-
ask a question.
My
How
show.
the fuck are they
Clearly
doing
he's been
this on?
listening.
How the fuck are they able to stream this on Twitch when they can't even?
You can disable nudity
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, you can
from
disable
what I've been
nudity
seeing there,
and,
in this
and the music.
Turn off
And
the
I
music.
think
Yeah.
I think there's an extension of some kind that people have been working on that actually like puts
Oh,
up
no.
a black square over any nudity.
Look, I
Censors
legit
it for you.
for the fucking listeners. Please go to our Facebook page and watch the video that I put up. It's like 10 minutes long. It's literally the character creation thing. I had to learn how to blur things just for that video.
Oh,
I downloaded a new video editing program because I tried to render a 3-hour video, and you know how long it took? 4 hours. That doesn't make any sense. So I downloaded a new app, and it works better, and I appreciate that. And I learned how to put text on the screen easier, and I learned how to censor out dicks just for you viewers.
yay!
So
Bye,
Wednesday probably. Bye.
Thank you all for
Bye, Doug.
joining us tonight on our special Christmas movie fight night. We'll probably have this again sometime next year. I don't know. Maybe. We'll revisit this.
We should watch Santa Claus Conquers the Martians, but do a live commentary track that we can have people sync up.
I will be down
I
for that.
disagree. I think we should do a live showing
No.
using Netflix's new
Watch party thing.
We should watch Jingle All the Way.
Hell yes.
I'm not
Okay.
watching that again.
I will watch that.
I am not watching it again. There's too much Sinbad, and I died. A
Oh,
little bit
what
Not
the
inside.
fuck is wrong with
Not
Sinbad?
enough
He's
Sinbad.
fantastic.
How dare you?
He
Seriously?
saved that child that was the president's kid.
Put the
How
cookie
dare you
down.
fucking talk about
He
it?
was
Yeah,
the
he was
genie.
also arguably the villain at the end of the movie.
True, he was.
He was trying to kill that kid for that
Right,
fucking
he
action
was trying
figure.
to kill that kid.
Look, the action.
He tried to
figure is
bomb
more-
a radio station with during the time
No,
of the
no, no, no.
Unabomber.
He didn't try. He did. Anyways,
retrospects
y'all-
next week. Bye.
yep. Y'all have a good night and
Bye.
Merry Christmas
Bye.
if we don't see you before then.
Happy
Happy
Yule.
Thanksgiving.
Happy
Happy Saturnalia.
Happy Kwanzaa.
We don't talk about that.
Hanukkah, bitches.
Hanukkah.
Chris Mahana Kwanzaa.
Chris Mahana
Yeah,
Kwanzaa
Chris
guy.
Mahana Kwanzaa guy.
Excuse me,
Yeah.
that's corporate.
Oh my.
Happy Starbucks.